Hi, this is Dr. Doug Carlson, and today I'm going to talk about pulling the plug. I get a lot of questions from dentists about when will I be able to retire. I just did a retirement video a few weeks ago, which is on YouTube. Just go ahead and go to YouTube and search Doug Carlson, C-A-R-L-S-E-N, and you'll find it pretty high up on the list. Or put in Doug Carlson channel and you'll find all my videos via the search engine. Easy to find. You know, the thing is though, I've done a couple videos on this in various places. They're not on YouTube. It's about pulling the plug, when to retire. And realistically, it comes down to the darn 2 more years thing that I keep hearing from guys that they're financial planners, that they're practice brokers, that their friends have told them, practice 2 more years and you'll be okay. Well, I'm 56 and I've got $4 million saved up and I think I'm okay and everything that they say is fine, but they always say practice 2 more years. I'm so tired of the 2 more years phenomenon. When does it really make sense? Guys, you need to make that decision on your own. We can help you as far as figuring out how much you need to save for retirement, when it's safe and when it isn't. There's all sorts of software out there that can give you the proper numbers and let you know at age 60 with $6 million saved, you can live on $275,000 a year easily, and you're only spending $130 right now. Do it. But we keep hearing this, but you know what, just to make sure it makes sense to work 2 more years. I'm so tired of that. That's what this video is about, 2 more years. It affects practice sales. A lot of guys are selling their practices now, or putting their practices up for sale. They get a couple potential buyers and they kind of backtrack and go, you know what, I'd like to associate in that practice a couple more years just to make sure I'm okay. That ruins everything. That means lots more new patients needed in the practice to fund that new doctor who's trying to pay the loan off for the money that you've gotten from them. That makes a huge difference and can foil selling your practice. I have other issues that we talk about. Health insurance, do make sure that you have health insurance until at least age 63 and a half, and make sure that's stable, either through your group policy or individual. At age 63 and a half, you can get a COBRA policy to take you up to 65 where you're eligible for Medicare. Make sure this is taken care of. Long-term care is another issue that you should look at. Dentaltown, late 2011, I had an article. Just go to Dentaltown website, search Doug Carlson, and you'll find all my articles. That's easy to do. But it comes down to you need to make the decision that you've got enough money, even in a bad economy, to take you out to at least age 95. At that point, you need to make the decision as to whether you are ready to stop practice or not. There's a couple other things involved here which I want to talk about briefly. If you do have the money and do really want out, please have a plan for what you're going to do in retirement. This is vital. This is maybe the most important message. What are you going to do? We found through psychologists the first year after retirement for all Americans, suicide, depression, alcoholism, drug abuse is highest that 1 year than any other time in your life. A couple books that I looked at when I retired. First one is called Strengths Finder from Tom Rath. It's been updated since the 2.0, but it'll tell you what you're really good at. Help you to find out what you're really good at. Yeah, you're good at working with your hands, you're good at tiny little detailed things, but there's other things that you may have wanted to go into a long time ago, like maybe back in high school, you may be interested in. That's latent. Think in terms of that. Another book that I used in particular, even more than that, was called Unique Ability. It's based on Dan Sullivan's work. He's a coach that does a lot of work throughout the country, written by Catherine Nomura and Julia Waller. This book actually has you write to friends and relatives and ask what your unique abilities are. Through this I found out a couple things. Number one, that I can make people feel comfortable, which works great in a dental practice. But the second thing that came out was that I'm really good at writing. Weird. I thought, me? And this is what I'm doing these days. So make sure you have a plan for what you're going to do in retirement, and not just travel. Travel wears out after a few years. It's got to be something where you're contributing and working at something that you enjoy doing. It may be gardening, that may be doing dentistry part-time at a clinic somewhere. That's absolutely fine. Make sure you have something substantial that you're going to do in retirement where you're contributing. You've worked way too hard, have been way too intense to just come down to nothing. It doesn't work that way. That's basically it. What I'm saying is, yeah, you're on your own. You have to make that decision on your own with your family when you're really going to pull the plug. But the 2 more years thing can go on forever. Money is not normally the biggest issue. If indeed you have less than you think you need, dentists tend to be able to live within means that are lower than they lived in before retirement. So even if you don't have as much money as you think you need, and you're not feeling well, your back is hurting, you have medical issues, it's still okay to retire if you have to, and you can live at a lower standard. That does happen, and guys are happy with that. That's it for today. To get in touch with me for further information, my office number is 760-535-1621. I can be reached on email at all small caps, all run together, drcarlson@gmail.com. Just make sure that you have Carlson, C-A-R-L-S-E-N. Thanks and have a great day.